If that system heads our way, then flooding, of course, is going to be a big concern.
And that is why city officials are closely monitoring the system and are on standby if they need to activate their emergency operations center.
Bill Churchwell joins us live from SPID in Everhart. And Bill, that's an intersection that's had lots of flooding problems in the past.
Yeah, you know, the ground is already saturated, so if we should see a big rain event, this intersection and many others across the city could see the potential for heavy flooding. The city's emergency management coordinator, Billy Delgado, tells me the city is keeping a close eye on what the system will do in anticipation of a heavy rain event. Last night, city crews staged high-profile vehicles throughout the city so the police department can use them if they need to block off any streets due to flooding. Delgado says it's always important to be proactive.
You know, it's something that we need to be aware of, and it's something that we need to plan for. The city, whenever we do our plans, it's worst-case scenario, and that's what we're doing right now. We're planning for whatever comes our way.
And Delgado told me that the city will continue to monitor the system, and its path will determine if or when their emergency operations center will be activated. He said it's always good for residents to be proactive as well by having a plan in place. In fact, we were over at HEB Plus on Saratoga earlier today, where we saw plenty of people filling up their carts with water and non-perishables. We'll have that part of the story coming up tonight on 3 News at 6 o'clock. Reporting from Everhart, Bill Churchwell, 3 News. Now back to you.